Welcome to the very first episode of Formation Talk. I am Colonel Trevor Phillips, and I have the honor of serving as your brigade commander. This podcast is about leadership, growth, and connection. It's not formal, it's not filtered. It's my way of talking directly to the formation, from the newest private to our senior leaders, and even to the families who serve beside us. Whether you're listening in the gym, stuck in traffic, or out on a ruck, I want us to feel like we're in the same room, having a candid conversation about what it means to be part of this team. Normally, this will be a dialogue, but since this is the first one, this is going to be a monologue. This will be broken up into 3 segments. Segment number 1 will be Commander's Intent, Why We Lead. Segment number 2, the 3 C's I lead by. And segment number 3, what to expect from this podcast. This is going to be a short podcast. Segment number 1, Commander's Intent and Why We Lead. We lead because it matters. Leadership isn't about power or privilege. It's about responsibility. It's about people, and it's about purpose. There's a story Simon Sinek tells, a powerful one, that I think about often. He talks about a senior military officer invited to speak at a high-level conference. The officer was flown first class, greeted at the airport, and chauffeured to a 5-star hotel, and welcomed to the event like royalty. When he arrived at the venue, he was handed a porcelain coffee cup by an aide. A year later, the same officer was invited back, but now he was retired. No driver, no aide, no 5-star suite. He rented his own car, found parking himself, and when he asked for coffee at the event, someone pointed him to a self-serve station. He poured his own coffee into a styrofoam cup. And that's the punchline. The porcelain cup was never meant for him. It was meant for the position. When you leave the rank, the protocol goes with it. That story reminds us that rank is not who we are, it's what we're entrusted with. And that trust demands humility, self-awareness, and service to others. I've never forgotten that I wear this eagle for the team and not for myself. My intent as your brigade commander is to build a force that is lethal, disciplined, resilient, and connected, ready to deploy and win, but just as ready to take care of one another. I want our leaders to be competent in their craft, committed to our people, and consistent in their standards. Every soldier matters. Every role matters. Whether you're in the field, the motor pool, behind a desk, or pulling gate guard, you're a part of the fight, and I'm going to lead like that every single day. My CSM Santana, and I are always available, not just through our open door policies, but as we do battlefield circulation. At any given time, if you see us, you're more than welcome to stop us to have a chat. In fact, we will come up to you to have a chat. Please be honest with us and open with us. We can only help fix things that you see could be broken, or that there could be a better way to execute things if we know about them. Segment 2, the 3 C's I lead by. You'll hear me talk about the 3 C's a lot, and those stand for character, competence, and connection. These are not just buzzwords. They're how I evaluate leaders at every level. Character. For example, let's say you're at an FTX. It's 0-100 and you're dog-tired. You see your soldiers cutting corners, maybe skipping PCCs or skipping steps on their clearing procedures. Do you speak up, correct them, and do the right thing? Or do you look the other way because you're just too tired? That decision right there is character. I once had a young E5 who refused to sign off on a flawed vehicle dispatch, even when a senior leader pressured him. He reported it, and it got fixed before the Humvee rolled out. That action likely prevented a serious accident. That's leadership, and that's character. Competence. Competence is more than checking boxes. It's knowing your lane and owning it. I had a junior lieutenant who couldn't call a 9-line under pressure during a training rotation. He admitted the failure, grabbed his RTO, and spent every night that week practicing with his team. By the end of the field problem, he was faster than most of the battalion. That's competence. It's just not knowing about everything. It's about taking responsibility for knowing your job and constantly improving it. I'm the same way. Anytime I've ever gone to a specialty school or any type of training, I've studied my butt off prior to. I remember one time I got selected, the only time I got selected to go to Pathfinder school. I spent months prior to studying the manuals. So bad that I actually recorded myself and then listened to that recording as I was working out. Because I wanted to ensure that when I hit ground, there was no way I was going to fail. Connection. A platoon sergeant once told me, "You can't lead a soldier you don't know." That has stuck with me. One of my squad leaders learned that one of his soldiers, quiet kid, great PT score, was couch surfing between drills. No one knew. He got with the unit chain, helped connected him with housing resources, and that soldier is still in uniform today. In fact, I ran into him at a school, and he's doing great. Connection is a force multiplier. When soldiers know you care, they perform better and trust deeper and stay longer. You must connect with your soldiers, and that connection is built on a foundation of trust. And that trust can only happen with dialogue. That's the end of segment 2. Pretty quick. Segment 3. What to expect from this podcast with examples. Here's what you can expect from this formation talk. Quick hits, deep impact. Episodes will be short, 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes long. No fluff. We'll hit hard topics like why counseling matters more than paperwork, how to lead through diversity, and what we're doing to support families during long IDT and AT weekends and weeks. Guest voices. I would love to have people on this. So the first one up is going to be our brigade CSM, and he'll speak on discipline and NCO mentorship. Love to have junior soldiers and enlisted soldiers. Maybe somebody who just completed BLC and crushed it. And the full-time AGR force. The soldiers that keep our formation running on a day-to-day basis. We need to hear from them. You need to hear from them to understand what they're doing on your behalf and how they can be of assistance. Tactical and personnel. We'll cover tactical topics like planning CONOPS, managing risk, and warfighting fundamentals. But we'll also we'll also talk about personnel stuff, stress, burnout, purpose, and family balance. I know that all too well. Those of you who have sat through my initial LDP brief, you've heard my family story. Everyone goes through things, but not everyone knows that people are going through things, and that's why discussion and discourse matters. Some episodes might be challenging, others might be encouragement. All of them will be real. They'll reflect what it means to be part of this team, in this uniform, at this moment in history. In closing, thank you for listening. Whether you're at a readiness center, on state active duty, or out doing the job this nation has asked of you, know this. We see you, we respect you, and we will lead with everything that we've got. Next episode, I'll sit down with the Brigade Command Sergeant Major to talk about the backbone of the Army, our NCO Corps, and what discipline really looks like at the ground level. Until then, stay sharp, stay connected, and as always, let's get after it. STARC 6 out.